Doesn't sound like he's here, but I have hit the button.
Talk him in.
Excellent.
Well, and so Trash button hits you.
Yes.
Yes.
Startlingly accurate.
So, Flea, as the music changes, the spotlight flashes upon you.
So, yeah, Flea drops to his knees and does that power slide out into the middle of the floor. And as it starts getting into the heavy speed proto-metal, he is going to start doing his moves, his moshings. He's going to start shimmying out of that that Ace of Wands and smacking somebody in the face with it.
Oh,
And then
Echo's catching that.
Which may or may not be Echo.
Excellent. And he is by the time it starts hitting the choruses, he remembers, oh shit, I totally wrote this song, and he's going to start singing along with the chorus, thereby proving that Dirk Thropcore is in fact Flea awesome and Knicker Twister, the awesomest frontman of Crucible, the greatest metal band that they've ever.
While Flea is doing that, does he get spotlights on him?
Yes. He gets spotlights as well as the red and yellows. So he has this almost ethereal aura about him as he thrashes about and swings the robe and throws it into the crowd. And one very excited girl grabs it and screams, "Yeah!"
Yes.
Back off, bitches.
The circle is complete. And, gosh, if that empty bottle's still around, he'll probably chuck it at the DJ because that music was shit.
Go ahead and roll me a base charisma.
Base charisma.
Yep.
Oh, man. I have to look up and see what that is. Oh! Two successes on charismatics.
Would you like to spend edge on that roll?
Yeah. 5 successes on base charismatics. Almost 1 for every charismatic.
So with 5 hits on all the charismatics, Flea throws the bottle that he had in his hand at the DJ. The DJ, to his credit, ducks and steps out of the way as the bottle flies past him. But the crowd turns on him, and they likewise throw plastic cups and different bits of detritus at him as they start screaming for, "Yeah! Who are you?" And you turn the crowd to yourself, Flea, as you are obviously the most famous man in the room.
I'm inciting another riot. And Flea is going to scramble up on stage. He's still got his little baton, and he's going to chase that DJ off with it like he's a Catholic school teacher. And he's been very naughty because, well, this dude is. He's been playing terrible homemade music. And after he gets him off and he's taken control of the stage, he's going to bring his hands up. And he is going to strike his victory pose, and he is going to announce himself as Flea Knicker Twister, frontman and drummer for Crucible, the greatest troll goblin metal band that you have never heard of. What you have just heard is an exclusive first play ever of Creamy Yellow Plastic Jungle on our next CD, Titillation, because I completely forgot what we were going to call it just 20 minutes ago.
Give me a performance roll.
While he's doing that performance, I'm assisting him with all the lights. I think.
You're giving him a PA teamwork. Go ahead and roll your standard hacking, and we'll treat that as a teamwork test for Flea's roll.
Oh yeah. Standard hacking.
Correct, as if you were trying to hack the host. Don't worry too much about the rules; they're getting kind of fuzzy right now.
Just like the rest of us.
Woohoo! One of those runs.
So, Flea, you get 3 extra dice.
Okay. I found the rum. Whoo! All right, 6 successes. Six successes. I gotta say it slow now.
So with 6 successes, you scream to the amassed crowd at what they just heard, and they let out a boisterous cheer as they are all into what they just heard and what they just saw, and my god, this guy is amazing. And you hear the thumping as foot stomp, hands clap, and souls are joining chorus. Encore! Encore!
And Flea is going to take his expensive comlink and he's going to dial up Tommy, who's listening right now, and he's going to hold it out and be like, "You should be here, but I'm totally taking over." And then he's going to hang up before Tommy can say anything. And he's going to go ahead and one of those speakers is going to get kicked on its side, and Flea is going to grab a bottle and he's going to make it empty, and his baton, and he is going to upload another Crucible single from the Battle of the Bands, because Rob has helpfully linked that at one point. And he is going to go ahead and do his amazing drumming performance as Crucible plays more songs.
All right, so
And
you begin
as usual,
playing the Crucible live performance from the Battle of the Bands. Go ahead and roll me body, as you have now drunk probably 2/3 your body weight.
Oh, I need a body roll. All right, you ready for this?
and as usual,
versus all the drugs and whatnot.
Valerie is going to assist him with all the light show she can get.
I have succeeded in my body roll, sir.
2 body.
You have. Go ahead and roll me a fucking physical drug resistance roll.
Oh shit. Where did I see
Which for
that?
you, if I remember correctly, is huge.
Physical is like 8, but psychological is like 15. It's stupid crazy.
Yeah,
There
go
it
ahead and
is.
roll me physical.
It is 8. It is 8 because 6 willpower.
So yes, Flea, you are.
Doing pretty damn good.
2 more punches, I get that in the critic screen.
Yep.
Soon to be 1.
And you are. You're riding pretty good on this train of amazing, as you just converted an entire club worth of middle of the road club goers over to Crucible.
That's fantastic. We should fully induct them into the metal lifestyle. I'm sure this place is going to be leveled by the end of the night.
That could be arranged.
So,
What were we supposed to do again? I don't remember. It doesn't really matter.
Well, we're supposed to be figuring out where Daddy's money is, so this club will be ours.
Paying the insurance premiums in about another hour and a half. So whatever you're doing, you better do it fast.
We're not gonna have a club, are we?
We're gonna have a lot of fans instead.
so yes, what are the rest of you doing?
Light show.
So, out of
Echo
morbid
Bass.
curiosity,
Lightshow's dead. Don't worry about him.
He's dead? No.
what's the outside like now that it has suddenly switched genres?
So the outside is mostly stayed the same, except for the vibrations have switched to a much higher paced thrumming.
No, that's good. So yeah, what is the denial pop up of? So what is the actual plan? Kind of confused now.
There was a plan?
I don't think we made one. I think it was just follow the gnome and see what happens.
I'm enjoying the show.
As I take another drink.
Me too.
And Flea is going to DNI back some string of alphanumerics that looks like he might be swearing, which he probably is. But if you've got a good enough encryption roll, and maybe a couple of ranks of Hebrew language skill, he might say something about convincing this room full of like 200 partygoers to give them money, or to make the owners give money to Max Venturi. Because this should be Max Venturi's club.
Okay. Oh
We could
God,
incite a riot.
just had a
Again.
terrible idea.
Oh please, I'm nothing but terrible ideas. You should share.
Well, they put on your music, right, and they went crazy, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you just have Max pretend to be your manager or something, and they have to sign a deal with you through Max, and then he can just
Sign it for all of the money. That is a
We have
fantastic idea.
Do we have data chips? Because we could totally just sell the singles of this new whopping track at the door.
I mean, that's totally possible.
No, I just have Nova Coke and Deep Weed, and apparently I had Crash somewhere too. Where'd that show up?
So
Well, I have some ranks in forgery, so we could make that happen.
Boomhilda is just gonna kind of shake her head and be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then she's gonna begin to go inside.
You're gonna go down to the stuffer shack and get some data chips. I'm totally making money off of this.
She probably got some chips.
So, Mr. GM, sir, what would Flea roll in his alcoholic and drug-fueled haze to convince this crowd to demand the owners go to Max Venturi and pay him scads of money to sign Crucible to play this club?
Also, can I give him some assists via something?
Well, I won't allow an assist on this because this is purely a face roll.
Okay.
Lol. Flea, I will allow you to make a... We'll go with performance, because this is you banking off of a performance and not trying to lie to people.
Excellent.
Because he really just wants a place for Crucible to play.
Right? He wants a house for the house band.
Okay. I will keep all of those because the dice they want me to pull this crap off. Apparently.
They do. As you scream this and the audience cheers their approval of this, you see three women at the balcony. One with green hair and she is an elf, tall and statuesque. One is a short dwarf with black hair and a dour face. And one is a human with blonde hair and looking for all intents and purposes, looking like Snow White. Except for, having blonde hair. And they all look at you with these faces of disgust and disapproval.
I gotta shoot him the wink.
And the elf bellows out in a rather resonant voice. Very well, you will have your contest. You will have what you want if only you prove your ability. As you see a large silhouette step out from the shadows. If you can beat our champion in a trial by combat, you will have what you wish. As the silhouette steps forward and you see a troll of truly gargantuan proportions. He looks Samoan with the two horns that roll back and curl out. The furrowed brow present and forward. The jawline that tells you that you're not going to break it. the slightly heavy set but full of power that you expect from someone of this build, steps onto the dance floor and kind of cracks his knuckles as you see his skin kind of glow almost.
And Flea is gonna step to the edge of the stage and plant his hands on his hips and lean forward, and then look up and lean back, and then take a step back and look up some more. I know your cousin, Big Owen. What would he think to see you here like this right now? Really, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Owen ain't here right now.
Are you sure?
Roll me con at a -2.
All right. Is this a fast talk?
It is indeed most definitely a fast talk.
All right. Five successes on him, Lion. Did he? He did. He glitched it.
He do believe him.
Uh-oh.
He fucking fears.
He totally believes
As
it.
you say that, his eyes kind of widen. It's a step back.
And Flea takes a step back forward to the edge of the stage and says, "That's right. Big Owen just might be here. He just might be watching you right now, and he just might be shaking his head in disapproval because his cousin, his beloved cousin, Samoan Joe, is going to try and punch a poor, defenseless, absolutely gorgeous superstar of Goblin Metal. I and my compatriots and my lovely ladies that are all within this club having a wonderful time implore you, sir, do not do this thing."
And you see him kind of think for that 2 to 3 ticks of time that it takes for a slow person to roll things over in their head.
So, in all seriousness, who can actually throw a punch? Because it sure as hell ain't me.
Echo can throw some.
I can't throw a punch, but it doesn't mean I can't shoot his face off.
As the troll looks up to the left at the 3 witches, and they stare down upon him with glowering looks.
And Flea is kind of sensing how the room is going here, and he leans forward a little bit. And he drops his voice conspiratorially and says, "You know, there are jobs where the ladies don't say such mean things, and they actually say nice things to a big, handsome fellow like you."
Go ahead and roll me con at -6.
Oh my god. Okay.
Bad move.
Well, normally I wouldn't impose negative, but because it's kind of flip-floppy, and they got 4 on their teamwork test. So,
Sure.
for bolstering the poor, malnourished Samoan Sam.
Malnourished. Oh, we can fix the shit out of that.
We will feed him metal.
And he will
You're-
sup upon the metal.
Yes, he will.
And Samoan Sam kind of looks up at them, and he stands up just a little bit higher and looks at you, and you say that. And he says, almost silently to Flea, "I can't just walk away.
Get him to take a dive. Take him out yourself.
Apparently, I'm gonna have to because you're all leaving me hanging here. And Flea will take a step back with a flourish, a hand on his chest, and a gasp, and says, "Oh, why no, I would never want you to just walk away, but if we must do combat, then so be it, but I will tell you this, my fists are fierce, my baton strikes true, and if you should fall before my kingly might, I will ensure that in my infinite mercy you will have a position in my court that is far beyond anything that you have ever imagined." And he is going to reach in a pocket and he is going to pull out a cred stick of shiny gold.
Ooh.
And he says, "The members of my court all have these." And he puts it back in a pocket.
It's empty, but they have them.
Hey, you shut your whore mouth. A magician does not reveal his tricks.
Go ahead and roll me con. Just base con, no vest.
I'm pretty sure I know how this is going to go in a little bit.
So, Flea, as you say that, you hear from the balcony above, "Enough talk! We will have our battle. Will you step forward or will you name a champion?"
Will I name a champion? Well, there is a very interesting question right there because, as of course, I am a champion of all goblin races everywhere. Being as I am the everly handsome and supremely talented frontman of Crucible, the greatest metal band that you've never heard of, I feel that perhaps my physical stature is a little lacking in this case because, I mean, look at this. This wouldn't even be an entertaining fight for the lovely people here. And he hops off the stage and he's trundling up towards Samo and Sam and says, "This large gentleman, this future member of my court with his shiny gold cred stick," and he pulls the cred stick out again, kind of show it off and puts it back in his pocket, "is clearly the greatest physical specimen that this bar has ever seen. But I posit to you, wonderful people in this crowd," as he continues to stall and waits for somebody to just like sucker punch this poor troll because nobody is. This is horrible.
Oh, we're
I
just
posit. No, go ahead.
basking in your glory.
No, that's true. If Flea gets his ass beat, it's going to be a wonderful story. Besides, I got 2 bruisers back in the mansion who will come take care of this later.
I'm just waiting for a chance to throw your coat over this guy's head and whack him in the face, but you won't shut up.
Oh my god, that's too good.
Quick, do it. Do it now.
Do it then.
Okay.
And then give
Okay,
Flea the
don't
sucker
Don't be
punch
afraid
to the
step
groin.
in, yeah.
Echo's gonna toss her Flea's magnificent wizard's robe in Samo and Joe's face and then try and smack him in the gut with her staff.
Say
And in the
Simone
meantime,
Simone Sam?
Or Samo and Sam, or the
Samo and
big
Sam.
troll guy over there.
Yes.
in the meantime, Valerie is going to turn on another Flea's composition and crank the volume to 11.
Could it be a more metal version of the Mortal Kombat fight song?
Yes,
Sure.
sure.
So, Echo, go ahead and roll me throwing weapons.
Throwing weapons. Throwing weapons. I do have that. At least I have some of that.
Also, can I try and blind anybody who tries to attack the team with spotlights?
Put the spotlight in his face the whole time?
Yeah.
Three successes.
So, Echo, you are successful in throwing Flea's wizard jacket right in Simone Sam's face as you jump onto the dance floor and give him a good old nut punch. I will give you a single attack before we roll initiative.
Hooray!
Nut punch with a telescoping staff. This is gonna hurt. I hope. Five successes.
That's impressive. How much damage is that with all 5 net?
Let's see, telescoping staff. That'll be 12p with no AP.
Okay. So you punch him right in the nuts, and he goes as you give him a swift punch, and we go into initiative. So those of you that would wish to participate, as I get rid of the old prime run numbers, get rid of those. No, get out of there.
While he's doing,
Wait, what?
while she's doing all the punching, can I look for somewhat safe spot to pass out?
I don't know. Where have you been?
I was near the bar.
Oh, the less said, the better. Oh.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to roll perception for finding a spot or something?
Well, it's up to you. Your next action is going to take place on your turn.
Okay. In this case, I'm going to roll my normal initiative first.
I'll roll, but I don't really intend on doing anything unless it becomes drastic.
Okay.
I was not expecting to win initiative.
Neither was
You're
I.
just so charismatic, we let you take the lead.
Yeah. That is pretty much exactly how it happened.
Though with 30 soak dice, I think I am heavily underarmed.
It's okay. It's what the mage is for.
That is super racist.
So, Echo, as you punch him in the groin and he kind of steps back, he goes, "That's not fair," as he slams his hand down upon you. Go ahead and give me a reaction plus intuition.
Action plus intuition. Let's see. Plus 13. I'm gonna edge that.
Okay.
Yay!
I will spend my 1 point of edge. I don't think I can take a punch from him.
Well, a clinch is different from a punch. A clinch basically puts you into a wrestling move where you jockey for position.
5 successes.
And as you've resisted the clinch, there's nothing that happens.
Then he swings his hand down and tries to grab upon you. And as you take that wispy step back, as his arms turn into knots in front of you, he stands in awe at your speed and fury as he raises an eyebrow and realizes that he's fighting someone that's not exactly an idiot. Lee.
Totally just backflipped out of that.
Flea is going to do one of those leadership rally rolls to improve people's initiative and other things.
Okay.
After the show he's put on, Echo will recognize him as a leader.
6 successes on the rally. And I have totally forgotten what that does.
+1. Oh no, Skype again. God damn it, Skype.
Will you stop
Apparently,
killing the call with your badassery?
Such a glorious roll.
It is
Seriously.
+1 initiative for every 2 hits you get.
All right, so everybody.
And he dropped again.
So
No, I think we're all here.
16. Everyone's
Oz dropped.
Am I
And
the
he's
only one
back.
who's been dropping, or
I'm hitting the call button this time. I can't hit the hang up button because I can't click it because I've been drinking too much.
Okay. So, Flea, you bump everybody's initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Boomhilda.
And yes,
So Boomhilda will order a drink at the bar. Is this a smoking bar?
No.
it is now.
All right. Well, she'll just get out a little cigarette or something and then do that, light it off her thumb kind of thing,
Ooh, magic.
and just kind of
Is he-
watch for a moment.
Is you that everyone is watching the fight and then glances at you and then looks back at the fight because you smoking is much less interesting
Yep.
than them watching this fight.
Yep. She is also in her mind, if nothing calls her attention to interfere with the fight, is doing a lot of math based upon structural engineering. She's pretty sure Flea is going to want that stage rebuilt to his specifications, and
She is 151% correct, which ironically is also the proof of the rum that he's really wishing he had right now.
so
Valid.
she's doing brain work on that, but doesn't have anything to actually contribute unless this goes super crazy and needs actual guns.
Valerie.
Valerie is going to look around for the place to quietly pass out.
Well, quietly is going to be difficult.
Well-
if you want to pass out on one of the couches, you are free to.
Emphasis on safely.
Just kind of paint the scene for you. This is a club. So there are couches around the outside if you wanted to hop over the rail. But there's no corner where you can pass out unnoticed. People will see you because there's no corner that's unused.
But most of the people are looking at the fight that's about
Yes.
to happen.
I mean, people are looking at the fight because I don't know if you've ever been to a club, but if a fight breaks out on the dance floor, all eyes are on the dance floor.
Especially if there's a good beat to it and
Oh, yeah.
everybody starts dance fighting.
oh, this is gonna be
in
some
that-
metal.
In that case, Valerie is going to go to opposite side of the wherever people's looking, and going to pass out on the nearest couch.
Okay.
And going
So
to
Valerie,
switch.
you run to the couch and kind of do that dive, and you're like, "Oh yes, this is comfy." And you
Yeah,
do
and
the
switch device mode to Hosim.
Go and roll your VR. Mo.
I kind of feel like I'm moving really slow here, so I'm
But I
gonna.
gave you +3 initiative.
You did, but I'm gonna try and give myself some more. Since
Okay.
you two have pretty good initiative rolls as it is, I don't need to help you out.
I could throw a baggie of Nova Coke at you. That would do it.
I don't do drugs because I'm not a winner. Or I can't remember the rule for two. If I were to recklessly cast 2 spells at 2 different people, am I retaining my full dice pool, or am I
You have to split your pool for that.
have
Yeah,
to?
you have-
No,
you have to
he's recklessly
Oh,
casting it as
A-
a simple action.
Yeah. So you have
did
to
I-
A, spend a simple action as opposed to a complex, and B,
Mhm.
it is +2 to your drain.
Okay,
So if it's normally force +1, it is force +3, etc.
so I can't 2 simple cast or 2 recklessly cast spells and
You
keep the
can.
full dice pool. It would have to be.
You keep the same dice pool, but you cast your first,
Mhm.
soak the drain, and then you cast your
Yep.
second, and then
Yep.
soak the drain. That's how it goes.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Dream Eye Sensing, did I pick up a background count in here at all?
Not really. The background count is kind of between anticipation and expectation and exultation, and just being, inebriation and all the eations.
All right, well,
So it's a net 0 for you.
It's a net 0. All right. Well, let's just play it safe, I guess. So I'll be doing a 2 force 2. Oh wait, no shit. Both of you have drugs, don't you, to boost your initiative, right?
I think it would be better off that you boosted your own initiative and then hit that person with stun bolts, because trolls are big and tough and powerful, but they have crappy willpower dice. Consider this a leadership role.
4. So I get +2 dice and +4 initiative. So do you want me to just take those 2 dice next turn or now?
They will account at the end of the turn.
Okay. Let me just do that. So that is my turn, I suppose.
Don't forget to roll for drain.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Oh, damn.
You are gloriously welcome.
That is 1 whole stun right there.
Yep. So you gain 5 plus 2d6. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay.
The one thing Pulse didn't tell anybody is that whenever I'm on a table, everybody's successes go to shit because I steal them all.
Yeah, right. So that's your first gas. What are you doing for your second?
No, that was it. I switched it to a complex action just to... So,
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my turn.
So we go on to the second round. Valerie, what would you like to do?
I'm going to set the projectors to light to blend the troll. I believe with. I'm going to use the stage lights to blend the troll.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your computer plus hardware. This is a completely hodgepodge roll because you're trying to manage hardware as well as the software and whatnot. So go ahead and roll
Computer plus hardware?
Yep, computer plus hardware.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Okay. So you impose a negative upon Simone Sam, who decides that trying to clinch this slippery girl is a terrible idea, and instead tries to smash her fucking head in, as one does. So, Echo, you are at a -1 for reach.
Okay.
And he gets 1 success.
Negative. It's 11.
So
Sorry.
as he
Oof.
recoils back at the blinding light in his face, he swings his right arm back, and without even truly aiming, he smashes it down right in front of him. And you dodge to the side just as the concussive force slams upon the dance floor. And you are pushed to the side just a little bit as you realize, holy shit, this troll is strong.
Troll strong, really?
Really strong.
So, Mo, what would you like to do?
Is it possible for me to ready a stun bolt and cast it as soon as the next person hits him?
Yes.
I will do
You,
that.
you may declare an action.
Okay. Do you want me to just do all the rolls right now?
No, we'll resolve everything as it happens.
Okay.
Okay. So Echo.
I'm going to do a cold shot, dirty trick, and try and smack this guy around, right across the face to try and distract him. Bring his attention all the way on me. So that's -4.
Yes.
That's correct. Yes.
Three successes. He is thoroughly distracted. He is very, very distracted.
He is the distracted as the lights are in his eyes, and you flush under his arm and punch him in the armpit as his arm kind of flops back uselessly as you struck true on the nerve that controls the entire arm, and he can't feel his fingers nor his forearm. As the next triggered action, which was going to be Mo with a sunbolt, go ahead and cast.
Alrighty, so 14. Oh, that's not a D. Also, I'm pre-edging, and it's going to be a force. Well, minimum force, I guess. So I take the minimum drain.
Declare your force before you roll the cast.
Yes, sir. I will do. What is it? Force -2. I guess I could do a force 5 then. I guess because then that's
Force
minimum.
5?
Yeah, force 5, but it's based on how many hits I get since I'm blowing the limit. So,
That is correct.
Huh. Well, look at that. Doesn't matter. So that's 5 hits.
Okay.
And I will
So,
take the-
Echo, as you punch him in the shoulder, and everything kind of coalesces at the same time, the troll reels back heavily from this blow that you delivered. And Boomhilda, you notice the spellcast. And some people around you, or excuse me, some people around the club look around as like, wait, what just happened? Flee.
It's Flea's turn.
It is, as the troll smashes his fist down, as Echo dodges to the side expertly, punches him right in the nerve, and he staggers to the side and goes, "Arr!" and then starts to fall to the side slightly because holy shit, that hurt.
As he falls to the side, Flea is going to charge forward on stubby little gnome legs, and he's going to slide to a stop near Samoa Sam's ear and just whisper seductively into it. If you fall down now, the ladies will stop hitting you, and they may give you hugs and other things later.
Yo, that sounds uncomfortable.
Hey, you know what? I am full of promises.
6.
At -6?
Well, I mean that's the modifiers relevant. So
I know. I was starting to ramble. I didn't hear you, so I had to make sure.
Yep. So they... oh. So
Oh.
Flea's gonna get a smack.
Flea's too pretty to hit.
Not anymore.
as you whisper at him, he looks at you with these eyes like, "Are you fucking serious?" And his left arm posts upon the ground,
Would
And
I
stops his-
lie?
and his knee hits the ground as well, and he turns to Echo, who is obviously the threat in this situation because holy shit, that hurt. Boomhilda.
I'll just send out a quick DNI of, yo, they'd notice whatever juice that was you just threw. And I just want to take a note of if anybody is moving to do anything about that. and if possible, a quick Googling just for basic building supplies to build a stage.
Well, the Google search is waiting on a response.
Something stronger than aluminum next time.
Yeah, right. So, Valerie, what are you doing?
Well, by channeling my inner technomancer bullshit, do I see any chrome wireless on this guy?
On him, no.
Oh.
All natural.
Oh.
Oh.
Internal routers, they do so much.
Yeah.
I know.
Any weapons around?
A few Derringers, a couple, like, switchblade type weapons, but none, like, there's no actual, like, assault fucking weapons or anything crazy like that.
Those are in the car.
Yeah.
Oh. I was going to gremlin his stories. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm going to hold my turn either to the end of the combat pass, or if I see this guy getting any weapons or ROMs on wireless.
So, Samoa Sam.
What are you doing?
He posts his arm down and realizes that, holy shit, this is actually a fight. Looks at Echo with the look of, holy shit, who are you? And attempts to backhand the shit out of her with his negatives.
Which are -4 plus whatever the hell else.
I guess he's still blinded by the light.
He is indeed blinded by the light. But the dice, as they say, tell a story.
Oh, the GM Edge. So delicious.
The edge really isn't on anybody's side today.
No, it's so great.
It's really not.
It's just sort of like, yeah, you know, you get something. Here you go. It's not really doing much.
No touchy.
As he swings his hand at you, you take that half step back, lean backwards as the hand flies past, and the suction of the air pulls you forward. And Mo, what would you like to do?
Same thing, just gonna call that action when it comes to it.
Okay.
Next person to strike him, I'll do a stun bolt.
Echo. Samoan Sam is wide open as his arm is way out there. His other arm is supporting his weight, and you see a full upper chest and head waiting for you to take advantage.
Okay, is
You
it
can
a...
take a +2 on your next action.
Okay, +2. Yeah, I'm going to strike him again with the telescoping staff. Because he needs to go down, and he needs to stay down.
Yes, and I will bribe him later. But if he's not going to take the fall, he's not going to get the gold cred stick. I'll just steal a plastic one from somebody else.
And you said that's +2?
Correct.
That was almost another glitch. He's not doing well tonight.
He's really not. So a 3 net, how much damage?
That will be 10p.
He's a P.
So as you give him the telescoping staff of ouchies across the head, Mo, go ahead and roll me your stun bolt.
Holy shit.
Wow.
He's taking some damage.
Poor Sam. Poor Samoa Sam. That man needs a pineapple.
Ow! Ow!
Alright, I'm sorry, Sam. Sam, I'm
As
sorry.
you smack him with a fucking stun bolt. Sam snaps his head to the side and
I just look back at
Like-
Mo and give a nice thumbs up.
Was that really like a violent snap?
yeah, his head snaps back and goes "Argh!" and falls face first and thunders into the ground like he forced himself upon the ground.
Damn.
And
And as
there's a
he's
shockwave that resonates around the building. And the music actually stops for a half beat as he hits the ground, as you all realize that Simone Sam has been conquered by
and
Echo.
then, as soon as the music goes back on, Valerie is going to play Sick Reef.
Yeah, I think Flea is gonna grab Mo's hand and just lead her to conquer the mountain physically.
No, Flea doesn't know Mo is doing this. Mo does not want to be.
Oh,
you gotta
excuse me. It's Echo. It's
Yeah,
Yes.
Echo is the champion here.
yes.
Echo is the
Echo
champion.
is going to scale
And
it.
as she goes over to stand upon the fallen body of Samoan Sam, she picks up Flea's wizard's robes and drapes it around her shoulder as a trophy.
See, there you go.
Go ahead and roll me a performance at a +8, Echo.
Oh God, do I even have this?
It's going to be your charisma -1 +8, so +7.
Charisma -1, 3 + 7, so that'll be 10. Wow, I'm incredibly charismatic for once.
Well, I mean, when you're riding high off of a victory, it's hard not to be charismatic.
That's right.
As the congregated crowd cheers at you. Yeah!
And
The light shines upon you, and the spotlight emblazons their champion.
And Flea is going to say in a low voice that only Echo can hear, you beat him, which means that he belongs to you now. Okay, bye. And he's going to head back over to the bar.
Damn.
Ah, yes, you keep what you kill.
Yep. And with that, wonderful theory in head. Let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. Go ahead and grab us a drink, grab a smoke, do what you need to do.
Moo, ah, ah.
Moo,
I need to have a
and
good
be back
shuffle.
5 after, you asshole.